Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to a very unique offer to review. I had some good conversations with the Kabam developers and Kabam Mike and Kabam Adara and others about offers. That was something that I wanted to talk to them about. And what I got was the sense that Alliance War Seasons is worrying them just a bit because they know that the burnout is high and that once a player gets to a certain threshold where they almost feel like they've beaten the game and done all they can, that actually causes them to get more burnt out, less likely to spend money and units, and then they just kind of drop off. And so I get from a business perspective that Kabam is moving toward the intermediate players and even the beginners as people they want to cater most of their deals to, because that's who spends the most money and needs the most help. This is why this is not shocking that suddenly these absolute trash offers have showed up to rank up your 4 and 5 star champs. This was not just by accident. This was not out of nowhere. This was by design. So today we have I choose one of 3 offers that really, the left one is targeted to beginners, the middle one is targeted to sort of intermediates, and the right one is targeted to people like myself who've been playing the game for a couple of years. Now, the one on the left has one tier 1 alpha, which, I think is worth at most 100 units, but probably closer to 50 at this point. Premium Disappointment Crystal, which is valued at 100 units, of course. And then 500 3-star crystal shards, which I guess you could say is valued at like, I don't know, 50 units. Maybe that's actually kind of generous. Well, we'll call it 25 units. And then another 1,000 premium shards, which is valued at 50 units, and then 10,000 gold. So that entire package, I'd probably value at like maybe 200 units. So, 150 units for that. That's fair. I'll give that a C, C plus. For beginners, there are worse offers out there. For beginners, that's slightly above average. Now, for the middle tier, you actually add a 0 to that, and you get 1,500, which is $50. So this is where you go from the left one being kind of like 150 units, whatever, that's less than the price of 2 premiums, right? To 3 tier 1 alphas, which is 150 units value, I think, at most. The Ultimate Crystal, which has a 20% chance at a 4-star, and given at this point in the game, you should get 2 4-stars for $20. So you're saying for $50, you have a 20% chance to get 1 4-star, and then you get an additional 25% of a 4-star crystal, half of a 3-star, and 100,000 gold. That is just laughably absurd. This entire bundle, I think the Ultimate Crystal, most likely you're going to get a 3-star. Like maybe you can value that at 200 units, but if you get a 3-star, I'd probably value it closer to 100. So that's 250 units between those value, and then those two, maybe another 50. I'm thinking this is a 300 unit value for 1,500 units. 5 times the price tag for 5 times the lack of value. Just unbelievable. And then 5 tier 1 alphas. Again, I'll value those at about 50 units apiece. So that's 250 units worth of alphas. A legendary crystal, which gives you a 20% chance at a 5-star. I think 5 stars right now should be valued, the basic, at about $50. So the middle price tag is what I would value a guaranteed 5-star at. And this is going to be a 4-star for 80% of you. So I'd probably value that at most at $15. So we are not loving that. Now, 3,000 5-star hero crystal shards, that's a solid, I'm going to say about a $15 value. So $15, and then 1,000 4-star hero crystal shards, I think that's like a $5. And gold is another 5. So 5, 10, 3,000, we've got 25. And then the legendary crystal, again, I value at maybe $15, so 40. So I think this is about a $50 value. I think this would be a good price for $50. But it is not a $50 value, or at least not a $50 asking price. It is a close to $100 asking price, really about $80. So the left one, C+. The middle one, straight F minus trash. And the one on the right, I think, is a generous D, because for almost $100 at this point in the game, you should have a guaranteed 5-star. Where's the tier 2 alpha shards that could come from this, right? That could make this such a better offer. But because it's not, it's just a D, right? So left one, I'm going to give a C to C+. Actually, it's the best value when you think about it. The middle one, straight F, trash, insult to dumpster fires. And then the one on the right, I'm going to give a D. Basically, the takeaway is unless you're starting out and this is your first day on the job and you want a decent value as a beginner, just save your units. Kabam, give us some Tier 2 Alpha deals. Give us some 5-star shard deals that aren't just blowing up the asking price for these, and I'll be happy to review it. But until then, don't waste your time.